Good morning, dear students. This is your maths class for 6th grade. Today, we are going to start our next exercise. But before starting our exercise, let us take a pledge. I, Mansi, commit to be vigilant and bear in mind all times the risk to myself and my colleagues from COVID 19. I promise to take all necessary precautions that prevent the spread of this deadly virus. I promise to follow and encourage others to follow the key COVID appropriate behaviors, to always wear a mask, face cover, especially when in public places, to maintain a minimum distance of 6 feet from others, to wash my hands frequently and thoroughly with soap and water. Together, we will win this fight against COVID 19. So now let us start our chapter, our exercise 2.2. Before starting the exercise, let us look at the properties of subtraction. Our 2.2 exercise is all about subtraction. As we have read in 2.1, it was about addition. Now we are going to study about subtraction. The first property of subtraction is closure property. What is the closure property? In general, if a and b are two whole numbers such as a is greater than b, then a minus b is a whole number. Otherwise, subtraction is not possible in whole numbers. What did this mean? It means if a and b are whole numbers, the subtraction under whole number is only possible if a is greater than b. In case b is greater than a, then there would be no subtraction under the whole number. So it means overall the closure property does not hold good in subtraction with whole numbers. So means we are having two numbers a and b. For example, we are having 4 and 5. A is 4 and B is 5. So A is greater than B. So the condition is not applicable here. A is smaller and B is greater, means the subtraction is not under the whole numbers. Okay, let me show this with one example. Let us take two digit as A is equals to 4. Firstly, B is equals to 3. So what is the condition? If A is greater than or equal to B, then subtraction hold under the whole number. So means A minus B is equals to 4 minus 3, which is equals to 1, and 1 is also a whole number. What is the second condition? If A is equals to 4 and B is equals to 5, means B is greater than A, so the subtraction is not possible under the whole number. What would be the subtraction? A minus B should be 4 minus 5, which is equals to, when we are having a positive term and a negative term, we just simply subtract them and put the sign of greater term. So when we subtract 5 from 4, the answer would be 1 and the sign would be of greater term. 5 is greater than 4, so the sign is minus 1, and minus 1 is not a whole number. Minus 1 is a negative natural number. Okay, so overall we can say that the closure property does not hold good in subtraction with whole numbers. Moving to our second property is commutative property. What is commutative property? If a and b are two distinct whole numbers, then a minus b is not is equals to b minus a. For example, they are taking an example. We are having 6 minus 2, which is equals to 4. 4 is a whole number. But when we subtract 2 minus 6, that would be minus 4. Minus 4 is not a whole number. So 6 minus 2 is not is equals to 2 minus 6. Means subtraction does not hold the commutative property. Next is associative property. What is associative property? Consider three numbers 8, 5, 1. In associative property, in the associative property of addition, what we have done, that we just add first two terms, then we add the sum to the third term. And in second case, we just add second and third term, then add the sum to the first term. So similarly, we are doing this in the subtraction case. But when we do this thing, the subtraction does not hold this property. So simply the associative property does not hold good for the subtraction in the whole numbers. Next is subtraction property is 0. What is the subtraction property of 0? If we subtract any number from 0, the number remains the same, and it is possible if a is any whole number. A minus 0 will be always a. So moving to our exercise. Our exercise is 2.2. The first question is work out the following subtraction problems and check your answer. In this assignment, we have to subtract the terms, then we have to check our answers. So what is the method? So we simply have to check our answers after the subtraction. So starting with our next chapter assignment, our first question is work out the following subtraction problems and check your answer. So firstly we will subtract, then we will check our answer. So how to check our answer? So firstly subtract it. So what will happen when we subtract 1000 and when we subtract 356 from 1000? So simply subtract it, the answer would be 644. So the term which is greater and from which we are subtracting something, that is called minuend, and the term which is being subtracted, it is called subtrahend, and the term which comes after the subtraction, that is called the difference. So the method to check the answer is minuend is equals to difference plus subtrahend. Means we have to check it, we have to put the values here to check the answer. So firstly put the value of minuend. What is minuend in this question? That is 1000. What is difference? It is 644. And what is subtrahend? It is 356. So simply put all the values, 1000 this side and 1000 this side, means our answer is correct. So similarly you have to do the rest of parts. Moving to our next question, it is similar to the other one. Moving to our third question, find the missing place. So how to find the missing place? As we have done this question in addition, now we have to do this question in subtraction as well. So it is 65 here to 20 dash here. Okay, let me do this question for you. That is 65 to dash and here 8, we have to subtract it. So simply whatever we will subtract from 5, that would never be 8. So simply we are making 15 here, and there it would be 4. So what we have to subtract from 15 to get 8? Simply we have to subtract 7 from 15 to get 8. So next here is 4. What will happen when we subtract 2 from 4? The answer would be 5. When we subtract 2 from 5, the answer would be 3. So our answer is 38. Rest of the parts are similar. Just try it by yourself. If you have any confusion, we will discuss it. Next is say what time it will be. So means we are having our clock. Okay, we are having our clock and we have to tell what it time would be. So firstly what we have, 5 hours before 2 p.m. 2 p.m. is here. As we know that it is p.m. time, means it is after 12 o'clock. The whole circle is in p.m. But if we got a return, if we got back from 12, the circle will come back into a.m. So what is our first question? 5 hours before 2 p.m. 2 p.m. is here. 5 hours before means the time before 2 p.m. So 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour, 5 hour. That would be 9. So what it would be? It would be 9 a.m. The time which comes before 12, that is 9. The time which comes after 12, that is p.m. So this is the time which comes before 12. So that is 9 a.m. So what is next? 8 hours before noon. What is noon? Afternoon means 12 o'clock. So 8 hours before 12 o'clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would be 4 a.m. So rest of the questions are also similar. Next is find the result of. we just simply have to subtract and the get answer. That's it. Next is add 49,976 to the difference of 1,24,037 and 763. So firstly write down the statement for question. What is the statement for question? We have to subtract these two numbers, 1,24,037, subtract 763, then we add the difference to this term. So simply we will do it. Firstly we will subtract these terms, then we will add this difference to the given term. That would be our answer. So our next question is, find the difference between the largest 6-digit number and the smallest 5-digit number. What is the largest 6-digit number? It is 9,99,999. What is the smallest 5-digit number? It is 10,000. So simply subtract it. That would be our answer. Our next question is, interchange the digits 8 and 2 in the number 3,25,985 and find the difference between the new number and the original number. So firstly we are having this original number. Now according to question, what we have to do, we have to interchange the number. 2 is at the 10 lakh place and 8 is at the tens place. So replace these two digits with each other. So our next number will be 3,85,925. Simply subtract them. The subtraction, whatever the difference comes, that is our answer. Moving to our next question. By how much is 56,34,980 less than 1 crore? So firstly, what is the number given to us? That is 56,34,980, and we have to find by how much difference this number is less than 1 crore. So for finding the difference, we have to subtract this term from 1 crore. So simply write 1 crore here, then subtract 56,34,980 from 1 crore. The answer would be 43,65,020. So this number is 43,65,020 less than 1 crore. So this is all for your exercise. If you have any doubts, we will discuss it in your face-to-face interaction. Thank you. Have a nice day.